Hey everybody, welcome back. So if AI told you stuff, how do you know if what AI told you is actually true? Today we're going to figure out how we can use Canvas Chat to help with a bit of that. So I got some claims over here. They're pretty pedestrian claims, like the Eiffel Tower was completed in 1889, or the moon is made of cheese, or water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at standard atmospheric pressure at sea level. Which one of these are true and which one of these are not true? Some we might know, but what if we could have tools that help us with that? So in Canvas Chat, what I implemented is this thing called fact check. So you can access it by doing /fact and then hit tab to do fact check. And then we'll do fact check these claims. If I hit enter, what's going to show up in a moment will be a modal that says all of the claims that were extracted from the note. And what I can do then is just say, okay, yeah, I'd like to verify these claims. So it's going to run for a little while. And what's happening behind the scenes is we're actually doing web search to dig through the internet to ask what evidence on the internet is there to suggest that a claim would be true or false, and what sources do we have. This is important because you can't trust everything that AI says. And while we still have the internet not so polluted with AI slop, let's use the internet sources that are available to figure out whether something was true or not. And of course, in the future, we can always designate factual sources with a premium or something. But yeah, that's the sort of thing. So what comes out from here is as follows. The verdicts have streamed in, and you'll see that those that were green were verified. Those that were in yellow are partially verified, and those that are false are in red. So let's take a look at one example of each. Paris is the capital. That's a little too easy. The speed of light in a vacuum is approximately this many hundred thousands of kilometers per second. And what we see is we have Wikipedia being quoted, we have space.com being quoted, and then we have Britannica being quoted. And I won't click on them. Those are generally, I can tell that these are generally speaking Britannica, for example, or space.com, fairly reputable sources. Let's look at one that is partially true. And so we have like the claim is accurate under ideal conditions. However, exact boiling point is slightly lower due to the standard pressure being 1 bar, which is slightly less than 1 atm. And this nuance is overlooked in simplified statements. And so today I actually learned something new, right? I didn't know that this was true. And so we got Wikipedia as a source. We have this thing called omnicalculator.com/chemistry. I'm looking at the bottom left-hand corner of my window. And then we have libretexts.org. Oh, free and open source textbooks. Okay, cool. I like that. Now, let's look at something that is obviously false. The moon is made of cheese. Moon composition is quoted. Why do people say the moon is made of cheese is actually a pretty smart source to include. And then the third one is the moon made out of cheese. That's also quoted. I can just take a look at that page real quick. Factually, it's actually a website I didn't realize even existed. Okay, cool. It's not made of cheese. It's got that. All right, cool. And Albert Einstein failed math in school. It's a persistent myth. Historical records confirm that he had excelled in math and physics during his school years, even mastering calculus. So I guess where did that come from? Debunking the myth of Einstein's alleged math failure. Oh, below average and non-scientific. Okay, perfect 5 out of 6 in math and physics, but performed below average there. All right, okay. These eventually began to be exaggerated. That fun. All right. So having these claims alone is one thing, right? Like I'm obviously set this up as a pretty easy situation. But what if we were to try to simulate something that was going to come from LLM outputs, say that we're grounded? So I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this one, which is another question. What are 5 key statistics about climate change, right? And so let's say I'm asking AI for this. And so we've got claims that are over here, right? And so what you can imagine doing is selecting this in an individual claim and going, fact check this claim for me. And so the claims are going to come out, and there's the number of weather-related disasters has increased significantly, etc., etc., etc. So let's verify these claims, and we'll let that cook in the background. Meanwhile, I'm also going to do this one, fact check these claims. We'll do that one too, okay? We've got 2 fact checking runs happening, verify. And so we've got a whole bunch of these claims. These claims are claimed to be verified. And I guess there are a few sources that are being cited over here, and I think they're mostly the same. Is that right? No, I'm not sure. That's okay. There's others. These guys are all over here. So that's not bad. It means if we believe the sources, of course, then it means that the claims or 5 key statistics that are out here are very likely to be correct. Now, of course, you can't believe everything on the internet. So fact check as a tool gives you a faster way to do your first pass searches. Of course, I'm a trained scientist. I would suggest please double check your facts, double check the sources as well if you can. At least this helps you surface up those sources a little bit more quickly. So make sure you trust but verify. And in the next video, we'll talk a little bit about what you can do to ask a committee of AI models a question.